Stream is reset. We're live. I'm hoping. And we are gonna start doing this. I don't know. As much as I could say, I just don't know. I'm gonna say right now, at the beginning, glory to Jesus, glory to God. If it's in His will, and I hope that a lot of people see this today. I know I've gotten as much as 6 views at a time. So I'm hoping, if God allows it, let me get 6 views or more. And in good sense, not just bad sense, but like in a good sense, I hope people actually watch. And I might try to repeat myself every once in a while, saying to look back into things. If you don't understand what's going on, go back and restart the stream. You're not really missing much. Well, no, you're missing a lot actually. If you're not reading the whole stream, or I mean not watching the whole stream, and you're only listening to some of the things I'm about to say, rewatch the stream. I don't recommend any Christian drinking and reading scripture. It's not right. It's not. I'm just very, very, very... Man, I don't know anymore. Just maybe I have a demon. Maybe I have a demon, and maybe it's just drunkenness demon or drunk demon or some demon that's making me drink. And yet again, maybe I'm just seeking drunkenness and pleasure. Well, we are gonna begin. I am gonna send this stream, share it. We're gonna do this. I have no idea. Hold on, there's people on group chat. I'm just gonna check real quick.
Oh shit, I'm cooked. I ran out of bullets.
Let's hear what they're talking about. What you guys playing?
We're playing Fortnite.
That's insane.
Like death metal Magneto got me.
Magneto, then, if you... Okay.
Well, just wanted to
Oh
hear.
my god, there's a whole squad over here. Come on, Gabe.
Hello.
What up, what up, what up?
Are you guys winning? Or?
We're playing Reboot.
Ah. Is that kind of like Resurgence?
Yep, yeah. Resurgence. Reload.
Well, hope you guys win.
Thank you, bro. So we're gonna play Pit after this if you wanna play.
Oh my god! Gingerbread bitch!
Bold of you to assume I would like to play with you guys because, you know, I wreck you guys. Humbly.
This guy. This guy.
Oh my god! Yeah, Gabe, he's right there.
Anyways, hope you guys have fun.
Oh, I tried to close the door again. I tried to close the door.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie. Whoa, whoa, whoa. That's pride. That's pride. That's pride. I just got pride. I just got pride. Let's just get to this. Alright. So, should I activate the music for Minecraft? Let me just activate the music for Minecraft. See how that goes. It might make the thing feel a little bit better. That's fine. Alright. Let us begin. The book of Ecclesiastes. Alright? This is the book that we're going to read today. The book of Ecclesiastes. It is in the Holy Bible. We are going to start at chapter. Well, the page is 8:12. If you guys want to, if you guys have a Bible yourselves and you want to read this, the keyword in Ecclesiastes is vanity, the futile emptiness of trying to be happy apart from God. The preacher, traditionally taken to be Solomon, the wisest, richest, most influential king in Israel history, look at life under the sun, and from the human perspective declares it all to be empty. Power, popularity, prestige, pleasure. Nothing can fill the God-shaped void in man's life but God himself. But once seen from God's perspective, life takes one meaning and purpose, causing Solomon to exclaim, "Eat, drink, rejoice, do good, live joyfully, fear God, keep his commandments, skepticism and despair melt away when life is viewed as a daily gift from God." The Hebrew title, Kolete, is a rare term found only in Ecclesiastes. An assembly to assemble. Thus it means one who addresses an assembly. I think that's what it says. A preacher. I can't say that word. The Septuagint. I think
Amongst
that's
us.
amongst us. That's not what it says. The Septuagint used the Greek word Ecclesiastes as its title for this book, derived from the word ecclesia, as assembly, congregation, church. It simply means preacher. The Latin Ecclesiastes means speaker before an assembly. Okay, so that's the brief description of the book, basically how life is without God. I have run out of beer. I don't know how to feel about this now. I shouldn't sing drunkenness. Lord have mercy on me. Lord have mercy on me. Lord help me. Oh man. Okay. Drunkenness. Can I read the book while being drunk? That's probably not the best idea. That's probably not an idea I should even recommend to people. It is not a good idea. Do not drink and read the Bible. God will be mad at you. God is mad at me probably right now. I don't know. The point is, man. Oh man. Before I begin, I'll be right back. Because I'm gonna get either a soda or I'm gonna get a beer. I'm probably gonna get both just to make sure. So, I got a beer and a Coke. Both are not healthy either way, but the point is, we're gonna try to figure this out. Among Us. Okay, Robert, you're gonna be the entertainer. You're gonna be, what do they call it? Admin? Admin?
Emoji French fries, emoji French fries, emoji French fries.
Hold on, let me. I'd pay you to just listen and comment on stream randomly. $5. I'm bribing my friend over here, telling him to listen to me if I pay him. um, Probably not the right. I mean, it's kind of the best. I don't know anymore. Imagine paying for viewers. That's insane. I tell you, that's insane. I hope my friends don't want to be my friends anymore. That is the weirdest request I've ever just said. But honestly, it's gotten to the point where I gotta be honest. Because, ladies and gentlemen, this book is the truth. I read so many other books, but this book is truth. Now, the book I'm about to read is
I'll
very...
pay you $5 to play on my server and build what you're building here.
I'll pay you $5 to play on my server and build what you're building here. I will do that if you let me build that some other day, not today. Does that
Is
sound
that your
good?
schlong to play the game?
I'm sorry, what? Wait, hold up. Wait. That's not where we're going. That's not the plan. It's not the plan. That's not the plan. Um, that's insane. That's insane. So, we are at chapter 1. Okay, just, I'm being dead ass about that, by the way, about the paying thing, and also, no, I do not want to suck schlong, or I don't want someone to suck my schlong, unless it's a girl. But the point is, I don't want that. The point is, I just want you to just hear me out. And I will build this. If you want me to build this, Japanese shrine or house in your server, can we do that tomorrow then? Because I don't work tomorrow, so therefore I'm down tomorrow. Other than that, let us begin. So, chapter 1, Ecclesiastes. The words of the preacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem. Vanity of vanities. So, the word vanity means meaningless. Now, remember that. Vanity, meaningless. Vanity of vanities, said the preacher. Vanity of vanities. All is vanity. What profit has a man of all his labor which he takes under the sun? Basically meaning, what does a man gain from working on the day, or under the day? One generation passes away, and another generation comes, but the heirs abide forever. So, generations. We know that generations are like, let's say, Gen Alpha or Gen Z, One generation passes, the other one comes, and the Earth is the same. Well, kind of the same. It's kind of messed up. I'm not gonna lie, Earth is really messed up at this time. Um, the sun also arises, and the sun goes down, and has to his place, or hasteth to his place where he arose. The wind goes towards the south, and turns about onto the north. It whirls about continually, and the wind returns again according to his circuits. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Unto the place whence the river comes, there they return again. All things are full of labor. Men cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear feeling. The ear filled with hearing, feeling with hearing. So, let's see what we got from here. The wind goes towards the south and turns about in the north. It whirls about continually. So, things come and go. Things keep going round and round. I guess our eyes are never satisfied with seeing things, so we always want to see something. And then our ears are never filled with hearing. We always want to hear something cool. There's like for example, listening to that one catchy music, then we just want to find something that kind of relates to it, or something that like is bop to it. So I mean, it kind of makes sense. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Which is true. Basically, it means that things that's happened before will happen again. There is a thing, or a prophecy, maybe, that the Noah's Ark, if anybody knows the story, Noah's Ark was about how Earth got flooded. Basically, the Earth got flooded with water. God put judgment on them, and it is said that something similar might happen again. Um, I recently heard in the somewhere from very reliable source that every 2,000 years it's end times. From 2,000 years from Adam to Abraham, something happened. From or not from Abraham, from Adam and Eve to Noah, there was a flood. From Noah to Abraham, there is something, and then it's so on and so forth. The point is, something will happen after 2,000 years. And it's already been 2,000 years since Jesus died, and we are living in the end times, is what it is said. I will take that with a grain of salt, but at the end of the day, who knows? Something could happen. I mean, there's a lot of things happening in the world, so therefore, anything can happen. So, anything can happen. I hope we're okay. If not, get with God, bro. Everybody needs to get with God. Nobody knows what's gonna happen in the future. Only God knows what's gonna happen in the future. And that's the scarier part, because I've asked God for some things, like what's gonna happen, or what I should do with stuff. Haven't really got to much of an answer other than read the Bible. And either it could be just my mind, or it could actually be God, or it could be the Holy Spirit, that once you start believing in Jesus, you receive the Holy Spirit. Once you believe in Jesus Christ, you receive the Holy Spirit, is basically what I'm trying to say. And either he's actually, I'm going to assume he's talking to me and telling me about to read the Word, because everything is in the Bible, surprisingly. So, shoot, might as well try. Where were we? Okay, the point is, something might happen, but I don't know if it's gonna happen. So I'm gonna take it with a grain of salt that we're in the end times, and that something might happen soon. Let's just hope that it's not bad. The thing that happened is the okay. The thing that has been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Solomon was spitting bars here. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new? it had been already of old time, which was before us. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come, with those that shall come after. I, the preacher, was king over Israel and Jerusalem, and I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. This sort travail has God given to the sons of man, to be exercised therewith. Alright, so Solomon is talking about how he has searched with his wisdom, and it seems that he's gotten it. At the beginning, something about there is no remembrance of the former things, neither there shall be any remembrance of things that are to come, with those that shall come after. Basically meaning that, for example, someone made Coca-Cola, maybe in the future nobody will know what Coca-Cola is. It's just meaningless. It's like, I guess, it starts getting deeper after this, so I am reading a harder version for people. I know people like to read the NIV version of the Bible because it's easier to understand, but that's because of the language of English it speak. It's a little bit different than what I'm reading. I guess I like difficulty, so therefore this is more for people that's like wanting to challenge themselves. I don't know how to feel about it though. I'm still confused on feeling about how I want to read certain difficulty and certain non-difficulty. I don't know. Um, he is the preacher, was king over Israel and Jerusalem. So Solomon was a preacher, and I, the preacher, was king over Israel and Jerusalem. So he was a king in Jerusalem. And I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things. So he put his work to put wisdom, to find wisdom, and to concern himself of all things that are done under heaven. So basically under the under heaven basically. This word travel has God given to the sons of man to be exercised therewith. So basically saying that God gave humans a very, very hard task. Verse 14 says, I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. So Solomon has seen everything that has been done during the day in Jerusalem, and I see that most people's works are meaningless. Everything is meaningless that they do. That which is crooked cannot be made straight. I still don't understand that one. Wow, that is true. Okay. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. I commune with my own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me in Jerusalem. Yea, my heart hath great experience of wisdom and knowledge, and I gave my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is a vexation of spirit, for in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increases knowledge increases sorrow. Now, I kind of relate to this. Um, I know that if you ask God for things, depending on what it is, he does give it to you. And I try to remind myself that what I asked for isn't a mistake or an accident, because it wasn't a mistake at some point. At some point I was like, no, I want this. And at some point it was an accident because I was determined to get it. I wanted wisdom. I wanted knowledge. I wanted to know how to manipulate a human. I wanted to know how to manipulate anybody, or just get what I wanted, which was a lot of love and affection from a certain person. And it backfired, because at the end of the day I ended up finding who God was, and I ended up finding what wisdom was and the things that bring with it. I ended up learning a lot about human emotion and a lot about psychology that I ended up understanding what it means to be human. Human is very, how do I explain it? Human is literally the image of God. Humans are emotional creatures that are intelligent, that are very, 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 how do I, strong. Humans are very, very interesting creatures. We as humans are very, very complex for sure, but we're also easy to understand. We are very, very loving once we get to know each other. Once we understand what corrupted us, which was sin, but also evil things from the world, for example, like, I don't know, like, shoot, robbery, murders, violence against each other, that's when everything goes wrong. Shoot, envy. Envy is another thing. People are very jealous. People are very, very fixated with themselves. And it's like, why? You know, like, sure, someone can have money, someone can be poor, but they're still naked in every way because they were born naked. They're gonna die naked. If God's out of the picture, people are just gonna die. They're not gonna mean anything because in time, their worth is gonna be worthless. For example, Abraham Lincoln. Some people don't even know much about Abraham Lincoln. Some people can't even believe the things that he done or hasn't done. And some people don't really know much about Abraham Lincoln, which is kind of surprising now because not many schools teach it. I'm not going to get too deep into that. But the point is that things are meaningless in this life. It is temporary. We're all going to live and we're all going to die. But it's kind of comforting knowing that if God does exist, there's a heaven and hell and earth. And if I were to choose where I want to live for the rest of my life, it'll be heaven, not hell, and damnation and eternity of flames and torture and a lot of messed up things, man. That's crazy. The point is, life is meaningless because it's such a point of time. But there's a conclusion to this. So before you think that this whole book is about having existential crisis and thinking about how everything is meaningless, let's keep reading because I just only got chapter 1 done. I don't understand if I should probably like be explaining all this book. I should probably just read it and then whatever catches my interest, we'll try to explain it. Because I know some of the times there's going to be some words that people might not understand, but we just got to keep going through the book to see if we get any more evidence or something. I've heard the book, well, technically I've heard a book, listened to the book audibly, but the book that I was read to through a video was NIV version, which is the National Interpretation version. The one I'm reading is King James version, basically KJV. It is said to be harder because of the English it's speaking, but I prefer it like that because then it makes me want to look deeper into it. Make sure I'm understanding or find what really means what it means. And recently I just been listening to the NIV version, so I want to read the KJV version, but this time I'm trying to stream and read it to you guys because I understand that we should spread the gospel, and I know that no matter what you do in life, even how good of a person you are, it's never going to get you in heaven. But I also know that it is pointless to have all this knowledge and not spread it, and also be like a sloth, like a lazy person that doesn't put the work to at least spread the good news. Because God said, or Jesus said, preach the word, spread the news. And this is one way I can spread the news, because I have been struggling with this for a while about how I'm going to do it. I don't know how to do it, but I do have this platform, and I want to start here. So we're going to read the book of Ecclesiastes, because it is the one that's spoken to me so far. And not really spoken to me, but like I just felt it. Like I just like it's like that feeling of like, dang, this book is like this book is cooking. What I'm saying, this book was cooking. Solomon was cooking. If we're speaking Gen Z, Solomon was cooking, bruv. I don't know what he was on that day, or what he was doing, or what the Holy Spirit was doing with him, but bruv, well, actually, they didn't have the Holy Spirit at the time, but God was cooking with him. That's what I'm saying. So let's read. So, that was chapter 1. If it didn't make sense, let's reread it again real quick. The word of the preacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem. Vanity of vanities, said the preacher. Vanity of vanities. All is vanity. What profit had a man of all his labor, which he takes under the sun? One generation passed away, and another generation come, but the earth abide forever. The sun also rises, and the sun goes down, and hastens to his place where he arose. The wind goes toward the south, and turns about unto the north. It whirls about continually, and the wind returns again according to his circuits. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Unto the place from whence the river comes, there they return again. All things are full of labor, man cannot utter it. The eye is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. The things that have been is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done, and there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything where it may be said, see, this is new? It had been already of the old time, which was before us. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come, with those that shall come after. I, the preacher, was king over Israel of Jerusalem, and I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. This sort travail has God given to the sons of man, which is basically humans, to be exercised therewith. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. I commune with my own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been there before me. In Jerusalem, yea, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge, and I gave my heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increases knowledge increases sorrow. So, at the end of the day, yes, if you seek wisdom and knowledge, you will also get a lot of sorrow and sadness. It's not a bad thing, but the fact that it is knowledge. And once you get the knowledge, boy, you're fried. Because honestly, life is really meaningless unless there was God. Let's see. I said in my heart, go to now. I will prove thee with mirrors. Therefore enjoy pleasure, and behold, this also is vanity. I said of laughter, it is mad, and of risk, that what does it? I thought in my heart to give myself unto wine, yet acquainting my heart with wisdom, and to lay hold on folly, till I might see what was that good. For the Son of Man, which they should do under the heaven all the days of their life. I made me great works. I built me houses. I planted me vineyards. I made me gardens and orchards, and I planted trees in them of all kinds of fruits. I made me pools of water to water. There was the wood that bring forth trees. I got me servants and maids, and had servants born in my house. Also I had great possessions of great and small cattle, above all that were in Jerusalem before me. I gathered me also silver and gold, and the peculiar treasures of kings and of province. I got I got me men singers and women singers, and the delights of the Son of Man, all as musical instruments and that of all sorts. So I was great, and increased, more than all that were before me in Jerusalem. Also my wisdom remained with me, and whatsoever my eyes desired, I kept not from them. I withheld not my heart from any joy, for my heart rejoiced in all my labor, and this was my portion of all my labor. Then I looked on all the works that my hands had wrought, and on the labor that I had labored to do, and behold, all was vanity, and vexation of spirit, and there was no profit under the sun. Alright, so, from the beginning, Mance was literally doing anything. He got everything. He had everything. And it looks like it was all meaningless. He had it all, but what was the point of it? Hmm. And I turn myself to behold wisdom and madness and folly. For what can the man do that come after the king? Even that which had been already done. Then I saw that wisdom excellence, folly as far as light, excellence darkness. The wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walks in darkness. Okay, this one kind of got me a little bit hyped because, well, he's speaking something. He's saying that wise men have eyes in their head, so kind of saying like they have their eyes on their mind, but the fools that don't have wisdom are like excellence in darkness. They walk in darkness. They don't know what's going on around them. They don't think about it. They just walk in darkness. No matter what, we're all walking in darkness. We're all walking in darkness no matter how we see it, because technically speaking, we don't know what's going to happen in the future. And the future could be dark. But if we have eyes in our heads, we can kind of tell what can and can't go wrong if we're wise with things and we understand things. For example, let's say we're at a bar and we want to drink a lot, but we are in the darkness because we don't know what's going to happen if we do drink a lot. But because we be wise and have eyes in our heads and think about it, be like, okay, if I drink a lot, I could probably be really, really messed up and probably not get home, or probably get in the fire, or probably do some really dumb thing. So it's pretty good that we have eyes in our heads. And people always talk about a third eye. I'm pretty sure this is what it means by having a third eye. It's just basically being not stupid and being smart about things, and actually be smart about things, if you know what I'm saying. So don't be stupid. Be smarter. Be wiser. Ask God for wisdom, and you'll be wise. Yeah, so the wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walks in darkness, and I myself perceive also that one event happens to them all. Then I said in my heart, as it happened to the fool, so it happened even to me. And why was I then more wise? Then I said in my heart, that is also in vanity. Let me reread that. Let me actually reread that. The wise man's are in his head, but the fool walks in darkness. And I myself perceive also that one event happens to them all. Then I said in my heart, as it happened to the fool, so it happened even to me. And why was I then more wise? Then I said in my heart, that this also is vanity. Now I am confused. I am so sorry, people, but I think I am confused now. Let's reread that one more time. Okay, let's do chapter 2, verse 13. Then I saw that wisdom excellence fully, as far as light excellence darkness. The wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walks in darkness. And I myself perceive also that one event happens to them all. Then said I in my heart, as it happened to the fool, so it happened even to me. And why was I then more wise? Then I said in my heart, that this also is vanity. Now I'm confused a little. Um, Man, I have no idea what that means. That's not good. Well, one thing it is for sure, I am a little tipsy and drunk, so therefore maybe some things are clogged because I am forcing myself to do this, and I'm also forcing myself to drink and do this. Hold on, your boy is also very hungry. I should have probably drank too much. I drank 2 beers outside. 3 beers. 3 beers. I drank 3 beers. Ladies and gentlemen, I drank 3 beers. Am I proud of it? Not really. Wow. Oh, give me a sec, give me a sec, give me a sec. Just trying to wake up and order some chips.
Fun fact 1/3 of food is made out of honey.
What?
The more you know.
The more you know? Nah, that's crazy, dude. It's crazy. Let me see what you said, actually. Well, first let me order the chips that I want, because, who knows? The more you know, that's insane, my guy. I want some chips, too. Do I have enough money? Oh, of course I have enough money. I don't know what I'm talking. I'm ordering chips online on stream. This is insane. Oh, I apologize, my fellow brethren. If you are a follower of Christ, I am so sorry. I am very, very bad influence. I am so sorry. Do not drink. Yeah, that's all I'm going to say. Do not drink, man. This is insane. I'm so guilty, man. I'm so guilty. I'm so sorry. Well, I'm telling God I'm sorry. You know what? I should probably do that in my private talk. But dude, I feel bad. This doesn't feel good. Not one bit. I kind of want nuts, but I don't know if I should get nuts. Now that's nuts. Ooh, I do want one. I want to get one. I'll buy one, because I can buy one. What am I talking about? I don't know. I don't know. Cookies. I do like cookies. Do you guys like cookies? I want cookies. I want Oreos. I don't know if I want Oreos anymore. Yeah, I think I'm possessed. That's not good. I feel bad. I feel really bad right now. Well, not in like a health sense, but like I do feel like not there, you know? I really gotta do better. I really gotta make better decisions, man. I'm gonna get a Pop-Tart. I haven't had a Pop-Tart in a while, so I'm gonna get a Pop-Tart. Alright, that should be good. That should be good. That should be, I kinda want a quesadilla from Taco Bell. Taco Bell quesadilla sounds smack. But too bad we're just gonna get this. Alright, orders please. We have ordered food. I don't feel good about it, but you know, what else can we do about it? The cravings are craving, and I'm craving. So, wow, we haven't even gotten from the first page of Ecclesiastes. This is gonna be hard. Duly noted. If I'm gonna read and drink, one beer or two beers is maximum. Not more and not less. And next time, let's just build something and put it like this. Other than that, it's never gonna end. I feel really bad if I give up now too, so I don't want to give up reading this book. Because also, I don't work tomorrow, therefore I have time. Therefore, if I fall asleep, then that's kind of messed up. I kind of feel like I felt God. Oh no, I for sure felt God actually. I don't know what I'm speaking about. I for sure felt God. I am not supposed to be drinking, and I'm not supposed to be drinking and reading or not preach. I'm not. I shouldn't really be reading the book, like God's word, without. Fun fact: 1/3 of food is made out of honey. That's insane. Thank you for the. Thank you for that knowledge. Thank you for the knowledge. Let's just try this again. I'm gonna try to read as fast as I can. Not fast. I'll try to read slow, but I'll try to read fast. Is what I'm saying. If I do stop and I try to explain something, just listen. The words of the preacher, the son of David, king in Jerusalem. Vanity of vanities, said the preacher. Vanity of vanities. All is vanity. What profit had a man of all his labor, which he takes under the sun? One generation passed away, and another generation comes, but the earth abides forever. The sun also arise, and the sun go down, and hastens in his place where he arose. The wind goes toward the south, and turns about onto the north, and it whirls about continually. And the wind returns again according to the circuits. All the rivers run into the sea, yet the sea is not full. Until the place from whence the river comes, there they return again. All things are full of labor, man cannot utter it. The eyes is not satisfied with seeing, nor the ear filled with hearing. The thing that happened is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done. And there is no new thing under the sun. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new, it had been already done, of old time, which was before us. There is no remembrance of former things, neither shall there be any remembrance of things that are to come, with those that shall come after. I, the preacher, was king over Israel and Jerusalem, and I gave my heart to seek and search out by wisdom concerning all things that are done under heaven. This sore travail hath God given to the sons of man, to be exercised therewith. I have seen all the works that are done under the sun, and behold, all is vanity and vexation of spirit. That which is crooked cannot be made straight, and that which is wanting cannot be numbered. I commune with mine own heart, saying, Lo, I am come to great estate, and have gotten more wisdom than all they that have been before me. In Jerusalem, yea, my heart had great experience of wisdom and knowledge, and I gave my heart to know wisdom and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also is vexation of spirit. For in much wisdom is much grief, and he that increases knowledge increases in sorrow. That was chapter 1. Chapter 2. I said in my heart, Go to now, I will prove thee with mirth, therefore enjoy pleasure, and behold, this also is vanity. I said of laughter, It is mad, and of what does it? I sought in my heart to give myself unto wine, yet acquainting my heart with wisdom, and to lay hold on folly till I might see what was that good for the Son of Man, which they should do under the heaven all the days of their life. I made my great works. I built me houses. I planted me vineyards. I made me gardens and orchards, and I planted trees in them of all kind of fruits. I made me pools of water that water therewith the wood that brings forth trees. I got me servants and maids, and had servants born in my house. Also I had great possessions, of great and small cattle above all that were in Jerusalem before me. I gathered me silver and gold, and the peculiar treasures of kings and of the provinces. I I got me men singers and women singers, and the delight of the Son of Man's, as musician instruments, and that of all sorts. So I was great, and increased more than all that were before me in Jerusalem. Also my wisdom remained with me. I whatever oh and whatsoever my eyes desired, I kept not from them. I withheld not my heart from any joy, for my heart rejoiced in all my labor, and this was my portion of all my labor. Then I looked on all the works that my hands had wrought, and labored that I had labored to do, and behold, all was vanity, a vexation of spirit, and there was no profit under the sun. And I turned myself to behold wisdom, and madness, and folly, for what can the man do that comes after the king? Even that which had been already done. Then I saw that wisdom excellence folly, as far as light excellence darkness. The wise man's eyes are in his head, but the fool walks in darkness. And myself perceive also that one event happens to them all. Then said I in my heart, as it happened to the fool, so it happened even to me. And why was I then more wise than I said in my heart that this is also vanity? For there is no remembrance of the wise more than of the fool forever, seeing that which now is in days to come shall all be forgotten. And how dies the wise man as the fool? Therefore I hated life, because the work that is wrought under the sun is grievous unto me, for all is vanity and vexation of the spirit. So, everything he did was meaningless. Meaningless. Yea, I hated all my labor which I had taken under the sun, because I should leave it unto the man that shall be after me. And who knows whether he shall be a wise man or a fool? Yet shall he have rule over all my labor when I have labored, and wherein I have shown myself wise under the sun. This is also vanity. Therefore I went about to cause my heart to despair of all the labor which I took under the sun. For there is a man whose labor is in wisdom, and in knowledge, and in iniquity, yet to a man that had not labored, therein shall he leave it for his portion. This also is vanity, and a great evil. For what had a man of all his labor and of the fixation of his heart, where he had labored under the sun? For all his days are sorrows, and this trivial grief. Yea, his heart taketh no rest in the night. This is also vanity. There is nothing better for a man than that he should eat and drink, and that he should make his soul enjoy good in his labor. This also I saw, that it was from the hand of God. For who can eat, and who else can has hereunto more than I? For God giveth to a man that is good in his sight, wisdom and knowledge and joy. But to the sinner he giveth travail to gather and to heap up, that he may give to him that is good before God. This also is vanity and vexation of spirit. Now, if I remind you guys, I've only heard the NIV version, international version, but not the KJV, which is King James version. Hearing it say, "For God gives to a man that is good in his sight wisdom and knowledge and joy, but to the sinner he giveth travail to gather and to heap up, that he may give to him that is good before God." It's kind of making me think that, am I the fool? Am I the sinner that is given travail? Because travail is kind of mean like trials, like a test in a way, or like just temptations and stuff. And I'm not gonna lie, I've been really failing. I've been getting upset, mad, sad. It's not fun. I really haven't been having fun lately. And it's not that I should be having fun with life, but like it's just like it's not fun, man. It's like it's good. It's good that I have this knowledge. I hope people would seek this knowledge because it helps a lot with life. For example, even though I am not having fun in life, I have peace. As much as I can say that sometimes it's better, I have peace. And it's the best thing you could ever have in life. Because you're not really worried about much things. Only thing you're worried about is if you're doing good enough that God would look at you and be like, "Hey, you're coming with me." Because that's all I want in life, man. I don't really care when I die, how I die, little. But I do care if I'm enough for God to take with Him. And I shouldn't put myself in like a bubble of I hope I'm worthy enough. Meanwhile, there's other people that I hope they should be worthy of. Because that's how I think sometimes. I sometimes look at some of my friends and I'm just like, well, so-called friends. I used to look at them and be like, I hope you either open your heart to Christ, or I hope that Christ opens his heart to you and helps you find him. Because honestly, in not a like cheesy way, God has helped me with just letting things go, letting things flow. Not trying to rap, but like God was cooking, and He made sure that even though things look bad, they're not as bad as I think. Because at the end of the day, there is a sunrise. And I'm not trying to say that because I'm seeing the sunrise in Minecraft right now, but like I'm just saying that like it's not bad. It's not really that bad once you get the wisdom and you understand that. Sure, at the end of the day, nothing really matters, but it is very peaceful. Meaning, when someone wants to find a purpose or a meaning, even in the world and life, they might find a meaning or a purpose, but at some point that's gonna die down and you're gonna be like, is this really my meaning? Is this really my purpose? Is this really worth it? Vanity. All of it, vanity. But, if you put God on the table, things become a little bit more meaningful. Now, after chapter 2, we're in chapter 3. So, let's read before my before my DoorDash gets here. Chapter 3. To everything there is a season and a time to every purpose under the heaven. A time to be born and a time to die. A time to plant and a time to pluck up that which is planted. A time to kill and a time to heal. A time to break down and a time to build up. A time to weep and a time to laugh. A time to mourn and a time to dance. A time to cast away stones and a time to gather stones together. A time to embrace and a time to refrain from embracing. A time to get and a time to lose. a time to keep, a time to cast away, a time to rend, and a time to sue, a time to keep silence, and a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate, a time of war, and a time of peace. What profit has he that works in that wherein he labors? I have seen the travail which God hath given to the sons of man to be exercised in it. He hath made everything beautiful in his time. Also, he has set the world in their heart, so that no man can find out the work that God makes from the beginning to the end. I know that there is no good in them, but for a man to rejoice and to do good in his life, and also that every man should eat and drink and enjoy the good of all his labor. It is the gift of God. I know that whatsoever God does, it shall be forever. Nothing can be put up, nothing can be put to it, nor anything that can be taken from it. And God does it, that man should fear before him. That which he has been is now, and that which is to be has already been. And God requires that which is past. And moreover I saw under the sun the place of judgment, that wickedness was there, and the place of righteousness, that iniquity was there. I said in my heart, God shall judge the righteous and the wicked, for there is a time there for every purpose and for every work. I said in my heart, concerning the estate of the sons of man, that God might manifest them, and that they might see that they themselves are beasts. For that which befalls the sons of man befalls beasts. Even one thing that befalls them, as the one dies, so dies the other. Yeah, they have all one breath, so that a man has no preeminence above a beast, for all is vanity. All go on to one place, and okay, all go on to one place. All are of the dust, and all turn to dust again. Who knows the spirit of man that goes upward, and the spirit of the beast that goes downward to the earth? Wherefore I perceive that there is nothing better than that of a man should rejoice in his own works, for that is his portion. For whom shall bring him to see what shall be after him? This one is speaking a lot about timing. I would like to say that I used to play a lot of Pokemon, and there was always a funny catchphrase that, like, whenever you try to use the bicycle inside of, like, a building or something, um, you'll have a dialogue that will stop you from doing that, and it will say, Professor Oak's words say, or Professor Oak's words come through your head saying, there's a time and place for everything, but this is not one of them, or there's a time and place for, no, yeah, there's a time and place for everything, but this is not one of them. Those words always, well, yeah, words. Those words always stuck with me, no matter where it was. I never really understood why, but I liked it because it is true. There's always a time and place for everything. For example, crying, there's a time and place for that. You can't just cry in the middle of the street. It's weird. But it's also kind of like, come on, bro. Everyone's looking at you. Everyone's seeing you crying. Some people like that. Some people like crying in public because they like the attention, but that's kind of pathetic. Because, like, you're seeking attention. You're trying to, like, kind of get people's validation or like comfort. To be honest, it's kind of pathetic in my opinion. No matter who it is, if you're gonna cry, go to your room and cry. You don't need to show people, unless those that you trust in your room. Cry in front of them because they know what to do. But if you're crying in front of people that don't know you, for example, in public, sure, you might get comforted, but, like, dude, that's kind of, like, come on. That's not appropriate, and it's kind of just, it's kind of like a dishonor to yourself. It's like, bro, you're not strong enough to cry in your own time, and you're making it everyone's kind of problem. In a way, it's not bad that it should be anyone's problem. It's kind of good that people care about others, but just the fact that you're not strong enough to like hold it in for a little bit just to cry in your own place, because that is something that you should heal for yourself, not for letting other people's help you heal it, or just using it for validation of others. Crying is good. I recommend it, but cry in your own time, not in not in public, or not in like in a very very bad timing. Or getting mad. Don't get mad at some dumb thing at the very moment. Control yourself. You might look more weaker than the man that's not mad. If you want to be a threat, be calm. Because the man that says the least words is the most dangerous man than the one that's barking and spitting. So, I agree with this. There's a time and place for everything. There's a time for peace. There's a time for war. There's a time for sadness. There's a time for happiness. As it says here, a time to kill and a time to heal, a time to break down and a time to build up. That's one of the ones I just read, and it's pretty powerful and very beautiful. Now we're gonna continue. Actually, we're not gonna continue. Actually, we're just gonna wait for a little bit because not the Uber, but the whatchamacallit, the DoorDash is almost arriving, and I need to be ready for him or her. I hope it's a her. Not saying because I want to hit on her, but like I kind of want to hit on whoever. Not joking. I'm just joking. I'm pretty sure God doesn't like those jokes. So I guess Solomon has a song. That's interesting. There's 12 chapters? What? I thought there were 16. Oh, that's interesting. That's very interesting. I might need to reread a little thing or do more research on that. Give me a second, boys. Gentlemen. Gentlemen, boys. Yeah, so we're gonna continue. The goal of the stream is to finish this book, no matter how slow I read. So, so I return and consider all the oppressions that are done under the sun, and behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter. And on the side of their oppressors there was power, but they had no comforter. Wherefore I praise the dead which are already dead more than the living which are yet living, alive. Oh, I like this one. Wherefore I praise the dead which are already dead more than the living which are yet alive. So he's kind of saying that he praises, like he thinks that like he is glad for the dead people that are already dead than for the people that are alive and living, which I kind of feel because this might sound very very suicidal for some people that are um sensitive to this, but yeah, I feel the same way with this. I feel like if I were dead, it'd be much better than being alive because when you're dead, you're not really suffering. You're not really feeling anything. You're not really having to be tempted to do any sins, or you're not really doing anything that's gonna make you feel happy or sad, or you won't be dealing with anything in general. You're just dead. You're just nothing. And it's in the most non-suicidal way that feels peaceful. Very peaceful. Dead. Once you're dead, you don't feel anything. But committing suicide is, in my opinion, I think it's like a sin. In my opinion, I think it's very, very weak. In my opinion, I think it's very sad and not the right way to go. Because it's like God gave you life. Every day has kept you alive. And you're throwing it away. And it's kind of sad to hear and see. But who am I to judge? At the end of the day, the only one who can judge is Him from above. So, it is what it is. We live, we die, but the ones that die are more worthy and praised than the ones that are alive because they are still suffering. Now, I praise the dead which are already dead more than the living which are yet alive. Yeah, better is he that boasts they which had not yet been and had not seen the evil work that is done under the sun. Basically, he's talking about the people that haven't been born. And yea, better is he that boasts they which had not yet been. Basically saying, yeah, the person that has not been here yet, that isn't born, why had not seen the evil work that is done under the sun? Because they haven't really seen anything happen. And because they're not alive, they haven't been born yet. So therefore, good for them for not being born. Because honestly, yeah, good for them. And not in a bad way, but sometimes I wish I wasn't born. Again, I consider all trivial and every right work that for this a man is envied of his neighbor. This is also vanity of vexation of spirit. The fool fold his hands together and eats his own flesh. Better is an handful with quietness and then boast the hands full with trivial and vexation of the spirit. Then I returned and I saw vanity under the sun. There is one alone, and there is not a second. Yea, he had neither child nor brother. Yet there is yet is there no end of all his labor. neither in his eyes satisfied with riches, neither said he, for whom do I labor, and berave my soul of goods? This is also vanity. Yeah, it is a sore travail. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone when he falls, for he had not another to help him up. Wait, hold up. I think I'm just getting called out here. Two are better than one because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe unto him that is alone when he falls, for he had not another to help him up. So, it is not good to be alone. It is never good to be alone. Well, there is one friend that I know of that is, or that knows a little bit of God, the Bible. I should probably check up with him every once in a while then. I should probably share the stream with him too. I'm gonna do that right now. Just in case. Just in case. Because, yeah. Now that is facts. And I can't find him. Wait, hold up. Found him. Okay. We continue. And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and that therefore cord is not quickly broken. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him, and threefold cord is not quickly broken. Better is a poor and a wise child than an old and foolish king, who will no more be admonished, for out of prison he comes to regain. Whereas also he that is born in the kingdom becomes poor. I consider all the living which walk under the sun was a second child that shall stand up in his stead. There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this is also vanity, a vexation of spirit. We might come back to that. Might, because I don't know, I'm getting sleepy. But that's not good. We need to finish this book. I said I was going to finish this book. I'm going to finish this book. Even if I'm sleepy. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of the fools. For they consider not that they do evil. But not rash was thy mouth, and let not thy heart be hasty to utter anything before God. For God is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore, let thy words be few. For a dream comes through the multitude of businesses, and a fool's voice is known by a multitude of words. When thou vowest a vow unto God, defer not to pay it, For he had no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better is it that dost not vow, than that thou shouldst vow, and not pay. Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin. Neither say thou before the angel that was an error. Wherefore should God be angry at thy voice, and destroy the work of thy hands? For in the multitude of dreams and many words there are also divers vanities. But fear thou God. If thou seest the oppression of the poor, and violent perverting of judgment, and justice in providence, marvel not at the matter. For he that is higher than the highest regards, and there be higher than they. I hope you guys are keeping up with this, because this is getting crazy. Moreover, the power of the earth is for all. The king himself is served by the field. He that loves silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loves abundance with increase. This is also vanity. When good increase, they are increased that eat them. And what good is there to be owners? When goods increase, they are increased that eat them. And what good is there to the owners thereof, saving the beholding of them with their eyes? The sleep of the laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much, but the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep. There is a sore evil which I have seen under the sun, namely riches kept for the owners thereof to their heart. But those riches perish by evil travail, and he begets a son, and there is nothing in his hand. As he came forth of his mother's womb naked, naked shall he return to go as he came, and shall take nothing of his labor, which he may carry away in his hand. Okay, so the greedy get greedier, people get rich, but at the end of the day, they were born naked with nothing, and they will die naked with nothing. Vanity. So, where were we? Chapter 5, verse 16. And this is also a sore evil, that in all points as he came, so shall he go. And what profits has he that hath labored for the wind? All his days also he eat in darkness, and had much sorrow, and wrought with his sickness. Behold, that which I have seen, it is good, and comely for one to eat, and to drink, and to enjoy the good of all his labors, that he takes under the sun all the days of his life, which God give him. For it is his portion. Every man also to whom God has given riches and wealth, and hath given him power to eat thereof, and to take his portion, and to rejoice in his labor, this is the gift of God. For he shall not much remember the days of his life, because God answered him in the joy of his heart. Chapter 6. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is common among men. A man to whom God has given riches, wealth, and honor, so that he wants nothing for his soul of all that he desires. Yet God gave him not the power to eat thereof, but a stranger eats it. This is vanity. It is an evil disease if a man beget 100 children and live many years, so that the days of his years be many, and his souls be not filled with good, and also that he have not burial. I say that untimely, there we go. And also that he have not burial. I say that an untimely birth is better than he, for he comes in with vanity and departs in darkness, and his name shall be covered with darkness. Moreover, he had not seen the sun, nor known anything. This has more rest than the other. Yea, though he live 1,000 years twice, told yet has he seen no good. Do not all go to the one place? All the labor of man is for his mouth, and yet the appetite is not filled. For what hath the wise man? Wait. For what hath the wise more than the fool? What hath the poor not knows to walk before the living? Better is the sight of the eyes than the wandering of the desire. This is also vanity, a vexation of spirit. That which hath been is named already, and it is known that it is man. Neither may he contend with him that's mightier than he, seeing there be many things that increase vanity. What is man that better? For who knows what is good for man in this life? All the days of the vain life which has been as a shadow. For who can tell a man what shall be after him under the sun? Good name is better than precious ornament, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay into his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of the fools is in the house of mirth. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of a fool's. For as the crackling of the thorns under a pot, so is the laughter of the fool. This also is vanity. Surely oppression makes a wise man mad, and the gift destroys the heart. Better is the end of the thing than the beginning thereof. And the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger rests in the bosom of the fools. Okay, so don't be angry. That's one thing I gotta try to do better. Don't be angry. Be not hasty in the spirit to be angry, for anger rests in the bosom of fools. Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this. Wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by it there is profit. To them that see the sun, for wisdom is defense, and money is defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom gives life to them that have it. Consider the work of God, for who can make the straight, which he had made crooked? In the day of prosperity be joyful, but in the day of adversity consider, God also has set the one over against the other, to the end that man should find nothing after him. Interesting. All things that I have seen in the days of the vanity, there is just a man that perishes in his righteousness, and there is a wicked man that prolongs his life in his wickedness. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself overwise. Why shouldst thou destroy thyself? Be not overmuch wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldst thou die before thy time? It is good that thou shouldst take hold of this, yea also from the withdraw not thy hand, for he that fears God shall come forth of them all. Wisdom strengthens the wise more than 10 mighty men which are in the city. For there is not just a man upon earth that does good and sins not. Also, take no heed unto all words that are spoken, lest thou hear the servant curse thee. For oftentimes also thy own heart knows that thou thyself likewise hast cursed others. All this have I proved by wisdom. I said I will be wise, but it was far from me. That which is far off and exceeding deep, who can find it out? I apply my heart to know, and to search, and to seek out wisdom, and the reason of things, and to know the wickedness of folly, even the foolishness and madness. And I find more bitter than death the woman, whose heart is ensnared in nets, and her hands as bands, whose pleased God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Behold, this have I found, said the preacher, counting one by one, to find out the count, which yet my soul seeks, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those who I have not found. Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man upright, but they who have sought out many inventions, there we go. Chapter 8. Who is in the wise man? And who knows the interpretation of a thing? A man's wisdom make his face to shine, and the boldness of his face shall be changed. I counsel thee to keep the king's commandment, and though in regard of the awe of God, be not hasty to go out of his sight. Stand not in the evil thing, for he does whatsoever pleases him. Where the word of king is, there is power. And who may say unto him, What dost thou? Who keeps the commandment shall feel no evil thing. And the wise man's heart discerns both time and judgment, because to every purpose there is time and judgment. Therefore, the misery of man is great upon him, for he knows not that which shall be. For who can tell him when it shall be? There is no man that hath power over the Spirit to retain the Spirit, neither hath he power in the day of death, and there is no discharge in that war. Neither shall wickedness deliver those that are given to it. All this have I seen, and applied my heart unto every work that is done under the sun. There is a time wherein one man rules over another to his own hurt. And so I, the wicked, buried, who had come and gone from the place of the holy, and they were forgotten in the city, where they had so done. This is also vanity, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the heart of the Son of Man is fully set in them to do evil. Though a sinner do it evil, and 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with them that fear God, which fear before him. But it shall not be with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he fears not before God. There is a vanity which is done upon the earth, that there be just men, unto whom it happens according to the work of the wicked. Again, there be wicked men to whom it happen according to the work of the righteous. I said that this is also vanity. Then I command mercy, because a man hath no better thing under the sun than to eat and to drink, and to be merry, and that shall be abide with him of his labor the days of his life, which God gave him under the sun. When I apply my heart to know wisdom, and to see the business that is done upon the earth, for also there is that neither day nor night sees sleep with his eyes. Then I beheld the work of God, that a man cannot find out the work that is done under the sun, because though a man labor to seek it out, yet he shall not find it. Yea, Father, though a wise man think to not know it, yet shall he not be able to find it. This is a lot, man. This is getting a little tricky too. I think we got this. We got this. For all this consider in my heart, even to declare all this, that the righteous and the wise and their works are in the hand of God. No man knows either love or hatred, by all that is before them. All things come alike to all. There is one event to the righteous and to the wicked, to the good and to the clean, and to the unclean, and to him that sacrifices, and to him that sacrifices not. As is the good, so is the sinner. And he that swears, as he that fears the nose. There is an evil among all things that are done under the sun. There is one event unto all. Yea, also the heart of the sons of men is full of evil, and madness is in their heart, while they live, and after they go into the dead. For to him that is joined to all the living there is hope. For a living dog is better than a dead lion. For the living know that they shall die, but the dead know that not anything, neither have they any more a reward. For the memory of them is forgotten, also their love and their hatred, and their envy is now perished. Neither have they any more a portion forever in anything, that is done under the sun. Go thy way, eat thy bread with joy, and drink thy wine with a merry heart, for God now accepts thy works. Let thy garments be always white, and let thy head lack no ornament. Live joyfully with the wife whom thou lovest in the days of the life of the vanity, which he hath given thee under the sun, all the days of thy vanity. For that is thy portion in this life, and the labor which thou takest under the sun. Whatsoever thy hand finds to do, do it with the might. Wait, do it with the might. Let me change the page. Do it with the might, for there is no work, nor device, nor knowledge, nor wisdom in the grave, whither thou goest. I returned and saw under the sun that the race is not the swift, not to the swift, nor the battle to the strong, neither yet bread to the wise, nor yet riches to the man of understanding, nor yet favor to the man of skill. But time and chance happens to them all. For man also knows not his time, as the fishes that are taken in an evil net, and as the birds that are caught in the snare, so are the sons of men snared in an evil time, when it falls suddenly upon them. This wisdom have I seen also under the sun, and it seemed great unto me. There was a little city, and a few men was in it. And there came a great king against it, and besieged it, and built great bulwarks against it. Now there was found in it a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no man remembered that the same poor man. Then said I, wisdom is better than the strength, nevertheless. The poor man's wisdom is despised, the words are not heard. The words of the wise man are heard in quiet more than the cry of him that rules among fools. Wisdom is better than the weapons of war, but one sinner destroys much good. Dead flies cost the ointment of the apothecary. To send forth a stinking savour, so does a little folly him that is in reputation for wisdom and honour. A wise man's heart is at his right hand, but a fool's heart at his left. Yea, also when he that is a fool walks by the way, his wisdom fails him. And he said to every one that is he a fool. If the spirit of the ruler rise up against thee, leave not thy place, for yielding pacifies great offense. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, as an error which proceeds from the ruler. Folly is set in greatly dignity, and the rich is sit in low place. I have seen servants upon horses, and princes walking as servants upon the earth. He that digs a pit shall fall into it, and whoso breaks an hedge, a serpent shall bite him. Whoso removes stones shall be hurt therewith, and he that cleaves wood shall be endangered thereby. If an arrow be blunt, and he do not whet the edge, then must he put to more strength. But wisdom is profitable to direct. Suddenly the serpent will bite with enchantment, and the babbler is no better. The words of the wise man are gracious, but the lips of a fool will swallow up himself. The beginning of the words of his mouth is foolishness, and the end of his talk is mischievous madness. A fool also is full of words. A man cannot tell what shall be, and what shall be after him. Who could tell him? The labor of the foolish wears every one of them, because he knoweth not how to go to the city. Woe unto thee, O land, why thy king is a child, and thy prince eat in the morning. Blessed art thou, a land, when thy king is the son of nobles, and the prince eats in due season, for strength and not for drunkenness. But much slothfulness the building decay, and through idleness of the hands the house drops through. A feast is made for laughter, and wine makes merry, but money answers all things. Curse is not the king, not in thy thought, and curse not thy rich in the bedchamber. For a bird of the air shall carry the voice, and that which hath wings shall tell the matter. Cast the bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days. Give a portion to 7, and also to 8. For thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth. If the clouds be full of rain, they empty themselves upon the earth. And if the tree fall toward the south, or toward the north, in the place where the tree falls, there it shall be. He that observes the wind shall not sow, and he that and he that regards the clouds shall not reap. As thou knowest not what it is the way of the Spirit, nor how the bones do grow in the womb of her that is with child, even so thou knowest not the works of God, who makes all. In the morning sow thy seed, and in the evening withhold not thy hand, for thou knowest not whether shall prosper either this or that, or whether thy boast shall be alike good. Truly, the light is sweet and pleasant thing it is for the eyes to behold the sun. But if a man live many years and rejoice in them, all yet let him remember the days of darkness, for they shall be many. All that come is vanity. Rejoice, young man, in thy youth, and let thy cheer in thee in the days of the youth, and walk in the ways of thy heart, and in the sight of thy eyes. Be known now that for all these things God will bring thee unto judgment. Therefore, remove sorrow from thy heart, and put away evil from thy flesh, for childhood and youth are vanity. Remember now thy Creator in the days of the youth, while the evil days come not, nor the years draw nigh, when thou shalt say, I have pleasure in them, while the sun or the light, or the moon or the stars be not darkened, nor the clouds return after the rain. In the days when the keepers of the house shall tremble, and the strong men shall bow themselves, and the granaries, because they are few, and those that look out of the windows be darkened, and the door shall be shut in the stream. When the sound of the grinding is low, and he shall rise up at the voice of the bird, and all the daughters of the music shall be brought low. Also, when they shall be afraid of that which is high, and fears shall be in the way, and the almond tree shall flourish, and the grasshopper shall be of burden, and the desire shall fail, because the man goes to his long home, and the mourners go about the streets, or ever the silver cord be loose, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken, and the fountain of the or ever the silver cord be loosed, or the golden bowl be broken, or the pitcher be broken at the fountain, or the wheel broken at the cistern, then shall the dust return to the earth as it was, and the spirit shall return unto God who gave it. Wow, that's a lot of words. Vanity of vanities, said the preacher. All is vanity. And moreover, because the preacher was wise, he still taught the people knowledge. Yeah, he gave good heed, and saw out and set in order many proverbs. The preacher sought to find out acceptable words, and that which was written was upright, even words of truth. The words of the wise are as goads, and as nails fastened by the masters of assemblies, which are given from one shepherd and another. And farther, by these, my son, be admonished. Of making many books there is no end, and much study is weariness of the flesh. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Listen, people. Fear God, and keep his commandments, for this is the whole duty of a man. For God shall bring every work into judgment, with every secret thing, whether it be good or whether it be evil. Amen. Wow. Well, my back is hurting. I also think I was reading that too fast because I'm also tired. So we might reread that later tonight or today. Not drunk. Sober. This was your boy, DCMC, Dr. Cookie, Professor Cookie. And I'm gonna sign out now because I'm tired. Other than that, thank you for listening. We're gonna read this later tonight. In the name of Jesus, love you all. Amen. Good night.